Video. Brock Purdy outplayed everyone that today at San Francisco's 49ers practice or training camp. Let's get into it. Now, of course, the 49ers are not going to be as good as they were last year. My Dallas Cowboys will get revenge this year. You mark my words. Cowboys are getting revenge this year. 100%. Let's get into it.
Did it day 6 of their training camp. And there were several players that stood out today, but in this video, we're going to focus on the quarterback position since many people are extremely interested in what...
I want to know who's... Because they have Sam Darnold, Brock Purdy, Trey Lance. They need to trade Trey Lance or start Trey Lance, and that's... Y'all traded up and got him in the second overall pick or third. You need to trade him or start him. Simple as that.
What's happening there. Starting out with the first team quarterback that faced the first team defense all day, and that's Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy had maybe the best day he's had so far in training camp. To highlight this, Purdy today took 20 reps, all of them with the first team offense against the first team defense. He went 8 of 10 or 80% completion percentage with 1 dropped interception. But let's talk about how
1 dropped interception. So that, what the hell?
Brock Purdy actually looked like on the day. As I mentioned, I thought this was one of his better days. He stepped up in the pocket and found people routinely, something that he's also demonstrated earlier in training camp, and something that he mentioned that...
Bro, word about the town, a lot of people have been saying, a lot of people have been saying, and 49 fans, I can kind of see where they're coming from. I never thought this way, but I can kind of see where they're coming from. And again, this is not me saying this. Is a lot of people. If you see, list and rate, rating of different, of NFL players, people are saying that Deebo Samuel's overrated. It's not me who's coming up with this idea, but I can see where they're coming from. He kind of is. And I'm gonna say what they say. I'm gonna get my thoughts on it. A lot of people are saying Deebo Samuel is not the best route runner. Okay, true. Deebo Samuel, they say, doesn't have the best hands. Okay, true. But in my opinion, and then you put the ball in Deebo Samuel's hands, he's electrifying, right? You put the ball, you give him the ball in the backfield. He's an above average rusher. You give him the ball on the screen, he may take it 70 yards for a touchdown. So I can see it, but I just want to let y'all 49ers fans let y'all know word around the town is that Deebo Samuel is overrated and CeeDee Lamb is much better. That's just word around town.
He's trying to work on.
I'm just a messenger.
Furthermore, Brock Purdy was the highest completion percentage quarterback on the day of 80% and had some of the nicest throws, including one to Juwan Jennings. This has been the case throughout training camp. I know many people are saying that Brock Purdy's only hitting 5-yard throws. If you're at training camp, Brock Purdy's been able to hit throws deep down the field. Trey Lance today took 12 reps.
And there was people who were saying that Brandon Ayuk was better than Deebo.
With the second team offense going 4 of 6. He was good on the intermediate and deeper throws. You heard it from what Trey Lance continues to struggle with are the easy gimme throws, which is something that Kyle Shanahan can't have in an offense that utilizes so much yak. So many of Kyle's plays are just quick dump offs, and he's continued to utilize those with Brock Purdy. And I don't envision him recreating a whole entire offense at this point for Trey Lance. So this is something that Trey Lance needs to address if he hopes to take over the job from Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy might not be able to connect with as many deep passes than Trey Lance, but he has so far proven to be a much more effective quarterback in the short to intermediate game than Lance. However, there are encouraging things when talking about Trey Lance and his game, such as this was the first season that he was fully healthy, and we've seen huge jumps mechanically from his motion. He has an extremely quick throwing motion now. It looks great.
See, that type of showboating against the Cowboys is going to end up having y'all 49ers fans in a deep depression.
I mean, he had
y'all be going to therapy.
An extreme.
Let Brandon and you carry the ball against the Dallas Cowboys. J-Ron Curse punching that ball out. Michael Parsons punching that ball out. Trayvon Diggs punching that ball out.
Quick throwing motion now. It looks
I'm telling
great.
y'all,
I mean,
y'all better go hit up
good things during the
Brandon Ayuk
offseason
right now.
and developing as a quarterback, which is good
Cowboys
for
don't come to play this
Niners
year.
and Niners fans alike.
Telling you.
Moving on to another quarterback that performed maybe not so well and lost the day was Sam Darnold. Today, he had 11 reps with the second team offense and went an abysmal 2 of 6. Frankly, he just didn't look good today. Sam Darnold still is a talented guy, just probably had an off day. Not a big thing, it's still August, and the regular season games are a while away. But there is a quarterback that I didn't mention at the start of this video who was actually better than Brock Purdy today. And that was Brandon Allen. He went 5 of 5 on all of his passes with the third team offense. Overall, analyzing these quarterbacks,
that means
I would have to
nothing.
say that Brock Purdy was the best performing quarterback today. He went 8 of 10 and had that near interception I mentioned, but I want to focus on the positives. He was going against the first team defense, completed 80% of his passes, and had some of the biggest, nicest throws on the day, in my opinion.
Outside.
Trey Lance, who was on the second team offense, but also was facing the second team defense, did better than Sam Darnold, but worse than Brock Purdy, in my opinion. He went 4 of 6. That means 66% completion in comparison to Brock Purdy's 80% going against a lower level of competition. But Trey Lance did have some nice throws, but struggled to hit gimmies. For this reason, in Kyle Shanahan's offense, I do have to put him below Brock Purdy on the day, considering Kyle Shanahan's offense relies heavily on.
But there's some, I feel like Trey Lance may add, like, I don't know how well he was at being, like, with his legs. But that if he's a better, if he has more, with his legs, even though really Kyle Shanahan really doesn't utilize quarterbacks' legs all that much, because even with like Matt Ryan couldn't run to save his life either. Jimmy Garoppolo's not an athletic quarterback, so but it would have added another dimension to the offense.
Moving on to a quarterback that struggled more than Trey Lance today, Sam Darnold. He is the third string quarterback on my roster right now because of this performance, as well as the Niners' investment into Trey Lance. Finally, this video isn't complete without mentioning the true savior himself, Brandon Allen, who went 5 of 5 today. But all jokes aside, he did perform well today, but I don't envision him actually pushing for the third string or second string job. So with me giving my thoughts on how Brock Purdy, Trey Lance, and Sam Darnold looked today, I want to hear your guys' thoughts. Do you think that Brock Purdy is performing up to your expectations?
Buddy, who's watching the training camps? I just came here for an update.
Coming off a UCL tear. Today, he did go 8 of 10. And do you think he was the best performing quarterback?
Anyways, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, ask you next. Doses.